She was just a poor helper, working day and night in the grand palace. Her dreams were small, but her heart was clean. Yet the king of that land was a harsh man, a ruler who loved fear more than love. And one day her kindness became her danger. The wicked king threw the helpless girl into the cave of hungry tigers. But what happened next will surprise you. Stay with this story till the end to find out the truth. In the middle of a once beautiful kingdom with shiny white palace walls lived a poor girl named Lily. She was only 15, her body weak from little food, her hands rough from hard work. Lily was brought to the palace as a child because her parents, too poor to pay taxes, gave her away to survive. The king, Michael the Terrible, took her not from kindness, but because he liked to control the weak. For years, Lily swept floors, cleaned golden halls, and washed plates until her fingers bled. Nobody thanked her. Nobody even saw her. But inside her heart lived something bright, kindness that never died. King Michael was feared everywhere. His punishments were cruel. His feasts were filled with pain. He had tigers brought from faraway lands, kept hungry and angry, just to scare people. If someone was thrown into the tiger pit, they never came back. Everyone feared it. But Lily, by accident, walked that way often for her chores. At first she was afraid, but slowly she began to see the tigers not as monsters, but as prisoners like her, starved and used for cruelty. So Lily did something brave. Every night, she carried scraps of food, old bread, bones, and fruit, and gave them to the tigers. At first, the beasts roared, but soon, one big tiger with a golden mane softened. He ate the food, then looked at her. His eyes seemed to say, "I know you." She named him Sorrow, meaning strength. From then on, she fed him daily. She whispered her pain, her hope, her dream of freedom. And Sorrow listened. Though the palace was full of fear, Lily's secret kindness grew stronger each day. One night, as Lily crept toward the tiger's cave with scraps, another servant saw her. This servant, jealous and eager to win the king's favor, decided to tell. Soon, King Michael learned of her secret. Instead of seeing kindness, he saw an insult. He wanted to punish her in front of everyone. So he made a wicked plan. Lily would be thrown into the tiger's den, not because of any crime, but for entertainment. The news spread fast. Servants whispered, "She will die." The tigers were too hungry. No one believed she would live. But some remembered how the tigers acted softer when she came near. On the day of punishment, the palace was filled with people. Nobles, guards, and even children came to watch. The iron gate creaked open. Lily was pushed inside. The crowd gasped. The tigers circled her. Her heart raced. But then something happened. Sorrow, the golden tiger, stepped forward. Instead of biting her, he rubbed his head against her arm. The other tigers followed. They surrounded her, not to hurt her, but to protect her. The crowd gasped. Some cried out, "She is blessed." The king's face turned red with anger. He shouted, "Tear her apart." But the tigers growled at the guards instead. They refused to harm Lily. The people were shocked. They had never seen such a thing. The tigers remembered her kindness. They stood with her against the cruelty of a king. But King Michael grew more furious. His pride was hurt. His power looked weak. So he made another plan. He said, "Tomorrow the girl and the tiger will be killed together. Fire will burn them both." The next day, a giant pit was prepared with sharp stakes and burning flames. Lily was chained. Sorrow was tied with heavy chains. The king shouted before the crowd, "Kindness is weakness. Mercy is foolish. Watch them both die." But as the fire blazed, Sorrow roared with thunder. With a mighty shake, he broke the chains. He leapt on the guards, knocking them aside. Yet he never touched Lily. Instead, he stood in front of her like a shield. The crowd rose to their feet. "The tiger protects her. The tiger bows to her," they shouted. Hope spread like fire in their hearts. The king screamed, "Kill them both." But something had changed. The guards, who had suffered under the king's cruelty, lowered their spears. The people began to chant, "Spare them, spare them both." The king's face turned pale. His power was crumbling. His own soldiers refused to obey. The people pushed forward, no longer afraid. The cruel king was dragged down from his throne. His crown was taken away. Lily was lifted high by the people, not as a queen, but as a symbol of kindness. Sorrow, the great tiger, walked beside her, finally free. Together, they left the palace while the crowd cheered loudly. A whisper rose, then louder, then stronger. "Spare them, spare them both." The chant shook the palace walls. The king's face grew pale. His command had no power anymore. His own soldiers refused to obey. The people pushed forward, their fear broken at last. The cruel king was dragged down from his throne. His golden crown, once a symbol of terror, was snatched from his head and trampled underfoot. The people rushed to Lily. They lifted her high, not as their queen, but as something greater, a living sign of kindness. Beside her, Sorrow the tiger walked freely. No chains, no hunger, no roar of pain. His golden mane shone in the sunlight like fire. He was not a beast anymore. He was her friend, her protector, her symbol of strength. Together, girl and tiger stepped out of the palace gates. The cheers of the people followed them into the wide world beyond. From that day on, the story of Lily and the tiger sorrow was told in every home, in every village, in every corner of the kingdom. Parents whispered it to children at night. Elders told it by the fireside. It was a story of hope, a story that taught all who listened. Kindness is not weakness. Love is stronger than fear. Even the smallest heart can topple the greatest throne. And so, Lily the poor helper and Sorrow the mighty tiger lived free, forever remembered as the ones who turned fear into courage and cruelty into compassion. From that day on, the story of Lily and the tiger sorrow was told everywhere. It became a tale of hope, that kindness is not weakness, and love is stronger than fear. If you liked this tale of courage and compassion, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that will touch your heart.